So these are moving chloroplasts under the microscope. Chloroplasts are the cell organelles in plant cells that are responsible for photosynthesis. And this is a time-lapse video of a water plant called Elodea. They have very thin leaves, and therefore when you put them under the microscope you are able to see cytoplasmic streaming, which is the movement of the cytoplasm of the cell's contents inside the cell. And the cytoplasm also pulls and drags along those chloroplasts. And in time-lapse you're able to see them move around. It was very fun and interesting to observe. A drop of ordinary soap diluted in water is sufficient to rupture and kill many types of bacteria and viruses. On the nanoscale, they are extremely destructive, and only a few droplets in water can rupture and kill living organisms. This little insect belongs to the family Nodectade, and it's commonly known as a backswimmer because of the way that they swim upside down in the water. These insects are pretty small in size, ranging from just a few millimeters to a couple centimeters in length. You can find a backswimmer in freshwater ponds, rivers or lakes where they mostly feed on small insects or vegetation. With their piercing mouth parts they are predaceous creatures, and it's possible for them to bite humans, with most describing it as feeling like a baiting. These are so-called nematode worms, also known as vinegar eels. And they're always moving and never resting. And they do have an interesting tendency to form little clusters when there are many of them together. Now, people who have a home aquarium like to breed fish food. And all you have to do is add a little bit of vinegar and then they start reproducing. Today I'm going to show you some sea monkeys that are put under the microscope. Those are of course not monkeys but rather brine shrimp, also known as Artemia. And you can buy them in the form of tiny little eggs. These are the round circles that you see here, and those eggs can be added with some water and then you're able to hatch them out at home. Now, some people who have home aquariums like to grow those brine and shrimp as a food source for their fish, but I like to put them under the microscope, and many children also like to grow them as pets. This is amoeba. An amoeba is a single-celled organism that has the remarkable ability to change its shape. And here, this is in time-lapse, where you can see how one amoeba tries to eat some food that is much larger than itself. It was not very successful. Normally, amoeba feed on bacteria and other small things.